Welcome to the Great North Museum. This video will familiarise you with the museum before you visit. If you're planning to use our disabled parking bay, it can be found here, to the right of the building. Access to it is via this turnoff from Claremont Road. If you've been asked to use our schools and groups entrance, you'll find more information about your arrival within the video titled Schools and Groups, which is on our website in the same place as this video. Let's return to the front of the building to begin our tour. Through the main doors, you'll enter the gift shop and welcome point. A member of staff will be at the front desk to greet you and assist with any queries you have about your visit. To the left, you'll find lockers, mail and accessible toilets. And through these doors is one of the two lifts within the building. To the right of the gift shop, there's an accessible toilet with baby change facilities, more lockers, female toilets, and a space to park buggies. All of the facilities available within the museum can be seen on our map. You can pick one up from the front desk upon arrival, or download a copy from our website. We'll be using this map throughout the video. The gift shop is here. This guide panel will appear to provide information at a glance about the amount of light and noise within each new space we enter, ranging from low light to bright, and from quieter to louder environments. It will also display how many things there are to touch and interact with, from none at all to many. Let's move now into Living Planet, the first of our ground floor galleries. In here, you'll see animals from around the world, and you'll hear sounds of the habitats within which they live. You'll also hear this exhibit on ocean plastic pollution, which plays a video on loop.
A vast crescent-shaped trough on the ocean floor, which at its deepest reaches down almost 7 miles.
More information about animals and habitats can be found by using the touchscreens. Within the museum, there's plenty to touch for a tactile experience, such as these model trees. Our next gallery is dedicated to Hadrian's Wall and the Roman soldiers who lived in the north of England. A model of the wall spans the room. In here you can learn why, where and how the wall was built. This monitor plays a video on loop.
My name is Lucius Antonius Proculus, Prefect of Broccoliti.
You'll also hear noises from other galleries, including those on the first floor, because of the open ceiling. This large screen displays a video produced by a projector mounted on these trees. Another projector mounted on the ceiling is used to produce the Roman Britain in Colour exhibit. There are more touchscreens in here, and you'll also find the first of our gallery spinners. They provide suggested activities, allowing children to have fun as they explore the gallery. Next is Fossil Stories. This space also houses our display of crystals and gems. The Fossil Stories gallery is devoted to prehistoric life. The darker surfaces in here create a low-light environment. There are projectors and screens showing film clips from Walking with Dinosaurs. There can be sudden or loud sounds like waves or dinosaur roars. There's lots to touch in here, including rocks and fossils. There are jigsaws for younger children, more touchscreens, and another gallery spinner. At the bottom of this gallery, you'll find our display of crystals and gems. We'll head next to the left side of the map, where you'll find both the Anglo-Saxons and Explore galleries. The Anglo-Saxon objects are all within this corner. The rest of the space is the Explore gallery. As the name suggests, learning within this gallery is done through exploration. There's a whole mix of different things to discover in here. There are drawers to be pulled out, books to be flipped through, a sorting game, and touchscreens. There's also a board game to play with objects contained within the board itself. On the other side of the building is the Ice Age to Iron Age gallery. This gallery takes you on a journey across the frozen wastes of the Ice Age, to the first Stone Age settlers, and on to the skilled craft workers of the Bronze and Iron Ages. There's a smooth rock art surface to touch, and another gallery spinner. The Mouse House is a fun space for our youngest visitors. The noise in this room depends on how many are using it. If it's busy, there are also games to enjoy in the Explore gallery, which we saw earlier. The walls in here offer a snapshot of the whole museum. There's fun to be had trying on costumes, spinning tubes, solving puzzles, crawling through tunnels, and learning through play. There's somewhere to sit down too. Visit our website to learn more about the museum's early years programme. In the corridor at the back of the building, there are stairs to the first floor, as well as male, female and accessible toilets with baby change facilities, and there's a lift here too.
Lift is going up. Floor 1, door open.
The upstairs corridor has male, female and accessible toilets with baby change facilities as well. You'll also find Butterfly Corner, which may be offered as a lunch space for smaller school groups on days when other lunch space is fully booked. Next, we'll visit the Ancient Egypt Gallery, which also contains a short corridor devoted to our Roman Empire display. The Ancient Egypt Gallery is organised into two themes, life and the afterlife. Something to be aware of in this gallery is that there are human remains on display. In the middle of the room, a video is projected onto the floor of this dark tunnel. You'll hear a voiceover and loud sound effects. Another projector is used to display an animation onto the outside wall of the tunnel.
You have faced the challenges of great courage. Your journey has now come to an end.
This monitor in the corner of the room plays a video, courtesy of the History Channel.
For several centuries she's been called Backed or Nacked, when actually what she really was called is Backed in Ho.
There are building blocks to play with, a picture book, touchscreens, and another gallery spinner. The Roman Empire display is in this space here.
My name is Louis, and I am the god of Memphis.
Natural Northumbria is devoted to local wildlife. In this gallery you can discover all of Northumbria's landscapes and the rich animal and plant life they contain. Birdsong can be heard from speakers. You'll also hear music, which accompanies an animated film played on this display. There's lots to touch, with tree holes to reach inside of, drawers to pull out, touchscreens to use, blocks to spin, buttons to press, and a gallery spinner too. The Living Planet Gallery extends up into the first floor. There's a viewing balcony, as well as a passage behind the displays where you can get a closer look. There are more touchscreens here, as well as some rotating images demonstrating camouflage. The World Cultures Gallery displays objects from around the globe. There are also some human remains here too. The way in which different cultures are represented within museums has changed a lot over the years. Visit our website to find out more about the Great North Museum's aim to represent more inclusive viewpoints. We're breastfeeding friendly throughout the museum, but there's also a secluded area at the end of this gallery for anyone who'd prefer a little privacy. This gallery takes you into the world of ancient Greece. The cases are organised into different aspects of ancient Greek life. There are some familiar faces on display. The ancient Greeks were master storytellers. To hear a Greek myth, take a seat on one of our story benches and press the button.
A long time ago, when Acrisius was king of Argos, an oracle made a prophecy. Your daughter Danae will bear a son, and this child will kill him.
There's a gallery spinner here as well. The planetarium is a small cinema space with films projected onto a domed ceiling. For group screenings, tickets can be purchased through our learning team. The lights go out in this room when the film starts, but if you'd like to arrange for a screening with additional light, contact our learning team who'll discuss accommodations with you. That's almost the end of our tour. If you're after something to eat or drink, there's a cafe on the first floor. If during your visit you're ever in need of a cool, quiet place to take some time out, there are stone staircases at each corner of the museum. We recommend the one at the back of the building, as it's usually the quieter of the four. It also contains just one object, the frostily marble. Some people find it calming to touch its cool, smooth surface. That's it for our tour. Thanks for watching. We look forward to seeing you at the museum.